Howdy, howdy, howdy. I think we're officially live. All right, what do we got, NASDAQ? What are we looking at here? We're just in the middle of this range right now. Feels like we get an opportunity for maybe a short around VWAP. I think would be comfortable. Yeah, I haven't seen any clear manipulation or nothing, so interesting day for sure. Market opened, we came up, sold pretty aggressively into the VWAP. Ended up finding some support around the opening gap. And now we're just kind of holding that. That's kind of where we're at right now. So, interesting day. Definitely think shorts are on the table here. Definitely think shorts are on the table here. What I think we're looking at. No, don't do that. What else right there? Coming in the EMA here. I feel like it'd be an opportunity for a long. Stops below about this range, so 97. So we're risking about 30 points to make 60. So it's about a 2 for 1. Get into the 20s. Yeah, I'd be willing to risk about 33 points on that. Targeting VWAP. It's okay. It's not a bad option. I still think shorts kind of are in favor though for the time being, honestly. I think we're gonna go retest some of the support. But maybe we did. Maybe we already filled that imbalance and have no reason to. Should probably try a short at some point here. They look the most attractive. I think VWAP is an option. I would probably be trying to take a short off VWAP, ride this back down. For power hour, we'll see how that sets up. It's kind of first look what I'm liking. Looks like we're getting some reaction off the EMA towards VWAP here, so that short, the long off the 30s would have worked, but we'll see if we can get VWAP. Really feels like this is an obvious short off VWAP here. We'll see though. We'll see how this lines up, but I'm thinking we're gonna be taking a short around. I mean, if I took it at the 86, 19,000 VWAP, we might try 1910, maybe like a 1907. Put an order here for a short, something like that. I don't mind. We'll see though. See how price actually delivers there and give ourselves some time. We got 18 minutes till power hour even starts, so gonna set ourselves up. If you can see over here too on the hourly that we have set up, it's like we're clearly a lot more condensed than this previous week already to start off Monday and Tuesday. So, you know, we're not looking for any major moves, nothing out of the ordinary. We got a really nice move at 11 yesterday. And then power hour, it did kind of complete a nice move as well. Yeah, I think we could get a push to power hour, and then it's going to be something I'm looking for probably for a short. If we can get there, if we can get there nicely, get the VWAP. Pushing the 60s now off of the EMA here, so it did find some support off the 30s there, pushing into the 60s now. VWAP is up at the 94s roughly, which would be, you know, roughly whole number 19,000 there, and it's definitely not a bad spot to take a short again, like 1907 maybe. I think would be comfortable to get some points off of. Draw a trend line here on this hourly candle. Oop. Which is just these, so we'll just redraw that ideally here. Something like that. Something like that. Trying to give us an entry more around like.
If you want to learn how to edit really well from professional Hollywood
Is this the opening range?
we're going to show you
Yeah.
stuff that nobody else is teaching.
Okay.
We're talking about real creative skills, like how you can use music and sound design to make a joke funny, how to use cross-cutting to control the tension. You're going to learn about feature editing, trailer editing, action editing, pacing out drama, layering sound design, and how to organize it all in your timeline so it's easier to work with. Hey, I'm Chris,
Yeah.
lead trainer at Film Editing Pro, and I've spent the last 15 years working in Hollywood, most of that time at Universal Pictures.
Seems like quite a bit of momentum here.
Have been used by editors working
Don't really want to get in front of it, but at the same time, I think this is.
Blizzard, Electronic Arts, and HBO. Businesses like Red Bull and the UFC. And agencies all around Hollywood cutting the trailers for some of your favorite movies. We've trained a lot of editors.
Did it take 19? Didn't even take 19,000, so definitely don't. I'm not trying to rush this.
My name is Oscar Gonzalez. I'm a full-time editor for the Ultimate Fighting Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada.
So let me show you inside our Editing Secrets course that we designed for editors and filmmakers. We've got the training broken up into modules based on topic.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
And basics.
Stop. Don't do that to me. Did get a nice reaction now off the VWAP. An immediate rejection, honestly. Which is interesting. Starting to find a little bit of support, it looks like. Coming into this price now on these 76s, back into the 80s off the VWAP there. We just missed it by 6 points, so we never actually filled. We're pushing back to the EMA now. Really nice reaction off the VWAP, which did get into, this opening candle. So 72s to the 84s, about 100-point range, so about the 30s. This is the midline. I feel like this is setting up for a short. See how we react off this price. Coming into the EMA now, still in a clear rejection off the 93s, they're off the VWAP immediately. Down here, 30 points into the 60s. 9 minutes till power hour. Plenty of time still. Bigger push there into the EMA. Price is trying the 50s now. I think a close of below 54. I'll be looking for a short on a retest here. I kind of expected a retest of actual VWAP, but I guess we did get that. We just didn't get a 1900 test. We're going to try one here. I think we're going to try one here. And we're going to be looking for our stop above this high now. So about 800 points, $800. And we're really looking for lower day to break. Strong reaction off the EMA there. Strong reaction off the EMA there. Definitely want to see price get back below that. Above this wick high is going to be our swing. First trade back from a payout, so you know we're in there. Close above this previous wick candle. So now any candle close above this high, I'm probably gonna be looking to stop out of this. We're looking for this imbalance here to hold. So close above this price would be where we're really looking for a stop. So it's kind of like a dynamic stop loss here. Should be a close above these 70s roughly. Here's the price that we want to see price get defended now. We want to see sellers showing that they're still here at this level, these 70s. They're trying now. They are trying. Okay, we're getting the volume. We're getting the volume against us. I want to see the candle close above these 70s, 74. Hoping for my bears here. Hoping that swing high is our swing high. I don't love that it's right below 19,000, but we're going to leave it. We're going to let it see for a moment. Some volume is coming in against us, but it's normal. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. Do we think setting new lows and power hours possible? I do. I do. Might just be a little early. It happens in this game. It's hard to time everything, right? Looking to see sellers take this back down. Push us back towards the EMA would be awesome. I want to see the strength here of these buyers. This level would have been an opportunity to get short at as well. So I'm not completely against our position yet. A close below the 70s would be strong. These 70s, there is some support here, so we just want to keep our eye on that. Continuing to base above it will be bullish. It's right around this price where we want to see sellers come in here and defend this price, these 70s. Buyers are defending the 70s, though. We have to be conscious of that. They're trying now back to the 80s. And they are looking like they're going to stick, so. Close above that previous high. I'm going to close this position. Close above that previous wick. I'm going to close this position. I just feel like we're a little early, so it's unfortunate here. We're going to look for a better spot, though. Take a little loss, depending on how this candle closes. Yeah. All right, it closed above that candle. I'm going to give this, it sucks, but I'm going to give this the 1,000. Because I want to see this price be defended here. But we're getting a close there. But sellers aren't able to push it down. I'm going to close it here for 600. Why isn't it closing my position? Sell market. No, because. All right. I got messed up there with the way that went to go close, so we're just going to be a little patient at this moment. I have to buy back to cancel this thing. It wouldn't let me cancel my order. I said flat, and I guess cancels that, so. Hit the wrong button there. We're going to see how this plays. I want to see this drive back into the EMA. I want to see this drive back into the EMA here. I want to see if these VWAP sellers are serious or not. See how serious they are. Push into the EMA there. Almost there to back to where we were getting at our price at the 60s. Stop is still going to now be this swing high around VWAP. Putting our stop back in. Putting our profit low a day break here. It's kind of something we're hoping for or looking at. I want to see the sellers keep this price here off the VWAP or off the VWAP. Yep. I want to see if we can catch them actual selling here. Might have got in early. Might just be on the wrong side of it. Doji there at the bottom of that off the EMA I don't love, but if sellers can show up here, that'll be awesome. They're trying it now. Back to the EMA. Buyers are supporting that 70s still. We got to be conscious of that. That 70s is still being supported. Sellers have not been able to get through it. We're at the 67s now. Want to see them be able to carry it through. Into the 60s. We're in the 60s. Into the 50s now. Pretty much back to break even. If we can get some pull through here, we should see some continuation into the lows. Getting some pull now. We're about back to our price around the 50s. 60s are still being supported. We want to be conscious of that. Price is trying the bottom of the EMA now. Gonna want to see this fail. Hoping the support off the VWAP. The people are still supporting. Sellers. I would add to this position right here and then drop our average, but because we're already under and we're already technically wrong on this position, I can't do that, just against my rules. So if we get some movement into our direction, I would consider. Price is trying to pinch here. We're trying the 70s again. Hopefully the 70s can act as some resistance as it was previously some support. Into the 50s now, and we're getting it to turn the other way. We got to be conscious though that it has to break, and it has to break through these 50s. Otherwise these sellers are supporting these buyers. We're wicking here. Want to see this break down soon, or we're going to close this position. Want to see this break soon, or we're going to close this position. Buyers are supporting here at the 60s, mid 50s, 60s. Want to see them fail to support this. Looking for a move lower now. It's a battle. We got in at an interesting price. A battle. See if sellers can test it. They seem to be finding some serious buying here. We got to be considering that. Which means if they do get underwater, it might move quickly. Buyers showing themselves right there again. Sellers are aggressively selling into them though. We got to watch this price. Getting some reaction back to the 70s. 70s is going to be the place that we really decide this trade or not. Tough trade. Nasdaq's making us, yeah. Making us, yeah. Off the EMA now. We got to see some resistance here. Find some sellers getting heavy again. Otherwise, we got to consider closing this position. Into the 70s now. We got to have this be a previous support. It has to be resistance. Above the 70s is very bullish. Above the 70s is very bullish. EMA is some resistance. We found prices slow up a little bit. I don't mind that. I want to see sellers take it down from here. I don't want to see this be held. Into the 70s still. If we get a pop out of here with volume, I'm going to close this position. We got to see sellers take this lower here. 60s, mid 60s. Close above the 70s, I'm out of this position. Have to see the sellers defend this price. I don't mind that wick. That makes me confident to hold. I like to see the doji. Sellers are defending the 70s for the moment. Anything above the 70s for a closure, I'm closing this position. We're into the 73s now. Want to see this wick too. Hopefully the sellers can be powerful here. Big price, big battle spot. In the 75s, candle close above 70, we're closing this. 30 seconds. Looks like the buyers just failed to break out there. Candle close above 70s will still be the verdict. They're trying again. All right, we're out of that. We're actually going to reverse positions now. We're actually going to try a reversal on that. We're going to go for this breakout. Oh my goodness. I think we just got milli-whopped. We're going for the breakout as that was our close above the 75s. We're still going to hold. If we fail to close to the 75s again on this EMA, we're going to get out of this. But we're thinking we're okay at the moment. I want to see price turn around here. Tested VWAP. We're building a bull flag, which is the reason we got out of our trade in the 75s. If buyers fail to hold the 70s, though, which is where we previously were, that's going to be interesting. Feels as though it's not my favorite, but we're finding some support back above the 70s. Anything above the 70s is very good for us. Buyers going to find some continuation. Shorts already got squoze out of there. It's a good reaction candle. We're getting tight here. It's coiling. This is a bit of a bull flag. I don't like that we were resistant on the VWAP, but now we're just trying to be patient. Tough day. Tough day. See how price reacts here. We have to get back up, have a good close in the 70s. We're still at the 73s. Want to see price really try now. Failure to get above the 70s, we're closing this. And we're just going to take that on the chin. Yeah, we're going to close that and just take that on the chin. Bad trading from us. Not happy with that execution. Damn, it looks like we're going to get spunked out of our short. Oh, shoot. Poor trading, but it's okay. It's okay. Where the account's at. Everybody take that loss evenly. Yeah. Okay. All right. Not my happiest. Not my best. Price is seesawing in here, and we kind of got chopped up there. $600 loss. It is what it is. Let's make it. Let's plenty of opportunity still. I think the shorts are still going to play. It's just how do we join them? We already got shook out above that 75s there. Above the 70s. And immediately wake back. We'd still be in our original short from the 58s. Building out some pretty decent structure for a breakout. Also feels like we could just continue lower off the break of this, though. It's going to be our last trade of the day. It's going to be a tight one. We're going to get a short off VWAP. These 70s are being still battle zone. Lots of battling around these 70s. Taking another one here. Joining back on our original position. She looks like she might go without us. Trying to short here to 63 or 65.
Order filled.
We're in. We're looking for this to continue. Our stops are still going to be above this range, which is going to accumulate a lot of shorts now. So this is our last trade of the day, depending on how we do anyway. I don't like that we should still be in our original trade from earlier, but it's just the way that it is sometimes. Especially if this is now going to go ahead and break out, which I do feel as though is highly likely, as the price is going to continue to support these 70s. 76s are big. Same thesis as previously. These 70s are big. We're going to want to see sellers being at the 70s. Above it is dangerous for us. Above the 70s is dangerous for us. Definitely bullish looking structure now. More than usual. Gonna have to stop out of this one as well. A bummer is where our stop loss is where I would be willing to take the last chance at this. Unfortunately for us, of course, right? We're gonna close this. Don't need to see it break through VWAP. We're going to give this the more room. I want to see this range here, see if this can hold. We're going to take the 1,000 here. This is our normal. I want to see VWAP, see if it can hold here. Check the hourly chart. It's kind of breaking out. We're going to see on this candle close. If this candle closes above VWAP, we're out of this. It's going to hit flatten. Above VWAP, we're going to close this. Below, we're going to hold and find out. Below, we're going to hold and find out. Okay. This trend line is lining up with an opportunity as well. So we have 15 minutes. Power hour just started 15 minutes ago. I want to see if the sellers at these ranges are still defending these. If VWAP is going to show some sellers, or they're going to use that price as the buying now. That's all we're looking to find out. Want to see the sellers at VWAP still defending. It's looking like they're not, though. Above VWAP, we're out of here. Closes directly on VWAP. Still can't close yet. We're looking like it's going to continue. I want to see this trend line hold. That's the only reason we're testing it now. We haven't gotten a really strong closure above VWAP. No reason to get out of this. Could easily turn it back around. We want to see what the participants at VWAP are feeling. This is where sellers have been supported before. And they could come in heavy at any moment. Closure above VWAP strong. We're going to get out of this. As long as we're below VWAP, we have no reason to get out. We might have just gotten in a little early on a break of structure. Sellers look like they're struggling though. Struggling to break it down off the VWAP. Got to be conscious of that. They look like they're trying, but buyers are still trying. Buyers look like they want higher prices here. Buyers look like they want higher prices here. I want to see sellers really defend this VWAP. It's not looking like they really are. Buyers are clearly supporting it and are looking for higher prices. Still going to wait to see our trend line touch, and then that's going to dictate our trade. This is where I would have been willing to take another opportunity. This is where I would add to my position if I had the room to do it, but I do not. So we're going to just take the trade, hope that it breaks off of it and goes down. Otherwise, we're in this and we're going to take a loss, and that's just how it is. VWAP is the battle zone still. $30 minutes left. 42 minutes left of the day. Trying that trend line now. Buyers are setting higher lows and they're grinding price up. Back to VWAP. Sellers are still trying. Buyers are buying every dip though. Squeezing this thing up higher slowly. Every dip below VWAP it's a battle. This is where price is curving. I don't mind this. If we can see price get supported here, we're going to be in a decent spot. This trend line touch is really where we're going to figure it out. You might be looking at a big loss here, or this can turn around and roll back down to us. This trend line is going to be the determining factor. VWAP, hopefully sellers can get the support here off this price, which they fell off of before. 19,000 is clearly acting as some resistance, and we just be patient. Really interesting. Price is squeezing here. They're trying. Buyers and sellers. Whoever gives up first, we're going to find out. It appears for the moment to have been buyers. Let's see if that holds. Trying back to the 80s now. EMA's at the 75s. Gonna want to see this break. Gonna want to see EMA break here. VWAP is holding, appears to be holding again. I want to see this candle close strong. Don't want to see it wick a lot. Trying into the 80s. $75s is that previous place where they ripped out of, where that support was found. So that's where the big obstacle will be if we want to get back to into this trade. Finding a little bit of support. Sellers seem to be pretty aggressive here too. This is a zone. This is a battle. Above VWAP here, we're in trouble. Above our trend line there, we're in trouble. At least we're in a decent spot as of right now. We're either going to be right or we're going to be wrong, right? Like, that's all we can do. Trying the VWAP again for the buyers. Hoping this trend line can hold. That's all we're on now, is this trend line that we had drawn previously. If that breaks, then it's just a break of trend, and that's just all it is. Ideally, this would have been our entry rather than our, deciding factor. We would have just been taking a trade off of it. VWAP is looking like it might be holding, though. It's an interesting price action. I say that on the same candle gets bought up, so you can't really... Preemptive there. A little preemptive there. That was pain. Trying the trend line now on the other side. Sellers might be not able to break this any lower. Buyers might be getting a breakout. Here's the trend line touch now. Anything above this trend line, we're closing this position. I want to see sellers be heavy here. Push this back in. Push this back to the EMA now. Love to see it. See some continuation now. Through the EMA would be huge. Through the 70s where we had that support. We're at the 79s now. Getting in through the 70s would be very big for us. Price is trying. We might be getting some support off the VWAP there. I'm going to try to add into this position now if we get back to profit. If we get back to break even, price gets back below the 65s, I'm going to add on a break of these 50s and bring our stop loss down. Want to see this close though. Don't want to see this candle wick back above the EMA. Want to see this candle close below. Love that closure. I love that closure. Below the 50s we're going to add and then bring our stop loss lower. Want to see price give up here now. Want to see it try these 50s, break into there. There it is. Keep going. Our price has been resistance place all day, which means we're trading with retail, which means we are acting like retail. Hopefully we're holding better than them. Price is closing here at the 60s, into the 70s. We don't want to see sellers fail here because this is where the 70s have been a big battle all day. Want to see sellers be able to push this down into the 50s, below this EMA, get an extension. Like that. It's not a bad entry. Below these 49s, we're adding. Closure below the 50s. Into the 50s, we're adding. We're into the 60s now. Closure below this low. So below 52, we're adding. Closure down here, we're going to add to this position. Closure below these 52s. Eight seconds to decide. Adding. Bringing our stop loss lower. We're looking for a break of this low here. And realistically, we're actually probably looking for a little more than that. Want to see price extend a little bit here before we put a break even on. We could still take some drawdown. I want this to really be above this price. Nasdaq's trying now below the 50s. I really think this could go to low a day if it does. We're going to let it reach a little bit here. I want to see this candle close strong. Don't want to see this wick or nothing weird. I want to see this carry with some momentum. And we'll put break even on if this candle closes strong. Strong in our direction, of course. We like that. We like that it's reaching. We're going to put... I want to see it close, though. I don't want to see no wiki actions. We're going to put break even on if this is a strong close. Very weak close, actually. Slightly alarming. 20 seconds. How does it close? Let's find out. Feels like we're going to get break even because I want to put it on. It's not, I don't like that wick very much at all. Especially if we create another one. I'm going to put our break even on. I want to see this really reach down. Which makes me think that price is definitely going to retest. This wicks again, that's not ideal for us. A lot of buying is being supported there. Sellers are trying, but buyers are clearly supporting. This is a battle spot, which means we could be wicked back out of break even pretty much at any point here. Which is why I wanted to have a stronger close before we put our break even on. But we're kind of getting these wicks like that. A strong wicks reaction. Do we want to be stopped at break even if this does end up playing out in our direction? The answer is no. So we're going to go ahead and just, still take some risk here on this trade. Just trying to decide of this high, maybe. Back to the EMA, risk $600. $1,200 total on the day if it hits. I don't love our... there's the wicks. See that? See how the wicking was happening? Like, that was the supported buying. We're going to take some drawdown here, I think, potentially. And if that closes like that, I'm going to feel confident about it. But I don't believe that that's how that candle is going to close. Very volatile at the moment. Yeah. Just a tough trade. Should have been our original entry. And I actually don't like where our stop loss is at the moment. It's unfortunate because really our invalidated spot is more closer to here. We're gonna get tested on this trade though if this does end up playing out. If it does play out, it's because we're gonna be tested, and we're gonna find out. Above the EMA is where a closure above EMA. We're gonna take this. Buyers are at this price of the 70s now, which is where it was previously support. So they get above it, it can continue. There's the EMA touch. We want to see this reject. This is our, final obstacle where sellers would be satisfied with this price before getting the real move. It's a decent close, decent reaction at least. Don't want to call it a closure till we see the last 10 seconds, but it's a decent reaction. If sellers can push it back down there on that doji like that, having a little engulfing, I'm into that. Here's the EMA, still at these 70s. This has been the price. If buyers are going to support it, they're going to go up. If sellers are going to support it, we're going to push down hard here. So this is going to be the zone here at these 70s. Not in love with where we're positioned for this move, but we took our trade, so let's see it play out. Here at these 70s is the big price. Sellers can break through here. I'll have some confidence. If this continues to wick, it's going to feel bad. Want to see a closure here. Want to see this carry through and have a strong close low. So that's a strong close low. It's exactly what we were hoping to see. I think that gives us every reason to be patient now. We may get a retest of that previous high, but now that we held this EMA in this high, this is fairly a safe place, I think, that we can hope that price will hold and carry us lower to close the day. But we'll be patient to find out. Still right here at these 70s. This is the big price where sellers are got to continue to show support, because buyers are continuing to show support here. Pretty decent reaction from the buyers after that pullback, so I don't love seeing that. Definitely would have wanted to see that wick, that close hold a little bit better, but we're gonna see how this candle is. Back and forth, it feels like. I feel like when the sellers do come in, I think this is gonna move fairly quickly, or we're just gonna get stopped out, and that's just how it is. I think if this does continue to hold, I think we're going to be looking for possibly more than this 2,000. Might be looking for low a day break, even though there's only 27 minutes left of the market, which means we're probably going to close right around this price, possibly VWAP actually. Actually, let me take a consideration and see where VWAP is from opening print. Yeah, we're right around that price. We could just close here too. This might just be a choppy spot for a closure. You know, like this is the move. A lot of the moves have played out for the day. Want to see this close low now. We still have that swing high up there at the EMA. That is going to be our line in the sand. Our stop loss, where really above that, I mean below that, I feel like sellers are going to take this thing lower. We're below the 70s, which I'm enjoying. That has been the line in the sand. And we just got to see what happens. They're trying to hold our price. Feels like we have been in the line in the sand today. Back and forth we go. Below our price is very bearish, of course. And above it, above the EMA is where I would be worried. Above our price isn't too bad, as long as we get a closure. Now this has to continue down, just like that. That has to continue though. That can't wick. If that wicks us out, it's gonna be unattractive. Like that has to continue and find some real support. These sellers have to show themselves here. These buyers, this is a defended price. You're seeing real time what this is a battle. This price agreed upon both ways. Aggressively being sold, aggressively being bought, like very whiplashy. And we're just now going to be holding to see if this little high can hold, and if this is the new lower high before continuing into the new lower low here, and that will be our trade. Want to see this wick down. Want to see sellers pop this thing down. We have been the line in the sand all day. Below the EMA here still. Above the EMA, above that previous high at 75. Same place it was last time. That's the line in the sand. It's getting a pop there into the 75s. Can sellers hold it down, or is this the move? Was that the stop? Was that the stop on there? Sellers are getting the move now, it looks like. Every time I'm saying that, we're getting the turnaround, so. See where this closes. We're selling off a little bit here. Hopefully that is the lower high. I tell you what, if this closes low, we're going to be putting our break even on. There's no reason we should be retesting this price now. If we get a good closure down here. I'm liking that reach. I'm enjoying that stretch. Let's get some more there. 5 seconds on this candle close. Close strong for me. Very strong close. It's going to be enough for me to put a break even on. We should not get a retest of this price. And we should be looking now for lower. Don't make me do it. I got to still make sure we stay in the trade. I don't want to see her do that. I mean, just holy cow. Holy cow. We do change our at least our stop is still above this previous high, but come on, NASDAQ. Stop playing with us. Buyers are clearly supporting that low, though. We have to be conscious of what it's telling us. Twice now this has been supported. Right, these 40s, 50s. How much was that support earlier today, too? Previously, it has been, so we have to be conscious of that. I'm just trying to let this play out. Give it the breath it needs. It's very whiplashy, very whipsawy. See how this candle really closes. Are we going to get the move lower, NASDAQ? Are you going to stop toying with everybody in here? Like you're just toying with us like a cat and a mouse. Little mousy mouse. We're hoping that she breaks through this low here. Kind of looks like we're finding some support, though. It really does. Feels bad. Every time sellers are pushing it down, buyers are popping it back up. Price is holding here. EMA is going to feel like it's going to be retested here for a chance to continue this trade to actually close low. This might be where we close the day. We only have 22 minutes left. $12 minutes till MOC. Sellers, every time they try to pop this thing down, it's being bought right back up. Below the EMA here, we're still with the trend. Come on, NASDAQ. You're toying with us. Make your move lower, please. Just for me. You know, your guy, your friend over here. She's toying with us, teasing us, offering lower. And that still gets wicked right back up. Very aggressive buying. Very aggressive buying. I'm not a fan of it. It's hard for me to decide if that's enough to get out of a trade, but it does appear that they're just aggressive. I just feel like if this does give up, it's going to give up quickly for us. Well, we have this swing high that we have to assume is held as the high, is what I'm hoping for. See these sellers come in now. Come on. Sell this thing down, sellers. Buyers are very resistant here, though. Hating it. Very stubborn buying right now. Incredible. Incredible price action here. Don't want to be on the wrong side of this thing because this is pretty squeezy. And it feels like we're not getting the lower push, even though, like, I don't know. This is becoming harder to hold for me at the moment. 20 minutes left till market close. 10 minutes till MOC. This is very whiplashy. I would say we put our break even on if this closes below this candle low here, but how could you? Lots of structure now, so if this thing does continue down, it should be fast. Should be a couple candles, and it should be soon. Otherwise, if sellers cannot continue to break this down here, then we're going to go up. And it looks like buyers are the ones trying it here. Our sellers are going to aggressively meet them the way buyers have been. We need some aggressive contact. Decent reaction from the sellers there. Decent reaction. We're wick candle dojiing this. Come on, NASDAQ. Really tough trade to just hold through this where it's just toying. Every pop is being dipped and salt. Every pop being ripped, every rip being popped. Like, come on, NASDAQ. We're trying the lows here again. I do not want to see this continue to wick and wick and wick. I want to see these buyers get exhausted here. They've tried all afternoon. I want to see these buyers finally fail. Man, but they just won't. Very strong. Both sides, of course. The volatility is both sides, but man, every time we're getting the move or a move, it just see you later. Immediately close the other way. It's a tough hold here. Tough trade in general. I don't like the wicks down here, honestly. I think I need to get out of this trade, yeah. Well, we're going to let this pop hopefully get stopped with the things, with the reaction, the way they've been battling, but this film feels a little different. 7 minutes on market on close. Man, the volatility at this price at these 60s is unreal. This is very whiplashy since we've been in this trade. Like, we're exactly in the middle, too. Like, every time. One way or the other, it's getting popped. This might be one of the craziest holds where NASDAQ is just refusing to go anywhere. Like, I want to be excited when I'm seeing this thing go down, but I know that's just being ripped right back the other direction as violently. Should probably just be trying to base hit this thing. But we're in there. We're already committed to this trade, NASDAQ. You're wicking both people out. Diddling in the middle. I don't like this to continue lower here anymore. Like, this trade doesn't feel... It wasn't the same trade as when we got in it originally. I just feel like if I sell now, I'm skewing my risk to reward, even though it's completely a flat trade. Oh, fuck. What do I do here? This mess. What a mess of a trade. 5 minutes till market on close. Oh my goodness. What an ugly moment. NASDAQ, are you just going to keep toying with every human being that exists? Sell through that price, please. My word. Continue. Don't flow. Don't play around. Continue. I want to put my break even on, but I know we're going to get break even in 2 seconds. 30 seconds on this candle close. Can this not wick? Like, that's all I'm asking for. Be a heavy candle in one direction and do not wick. That would be so crazy awesome of you. Genuinely so stoked if that could just happen for us. She's wicking. She's wicking. 15 seconds for the candle closure. I want to see a big old Drake. Thick and black. Come on. Close strong, NASDAQ. You sat in that range for way too long to just continue to hold. I want to put break even on, but I feel like we're going to get chopped up if I do. Whatever, we're putting break even on. This trade's officially a wash. We're either going to get paid or we're going to get stopped break even as soon as buyers support this price once again, like they have been all afternoon, refusing to let this thing die. We're getting a little reach, though. A little reachy reach here on the NASDAQ. I don't want to see this wick. I want to see these continue to close with some, you know, some gumption. $30 seconds on this candle. This can close strong. We're in a good spot. We're at the 40s here. We're going to hold. Officially going to be okay to hold a couple hundred here. Come on, NASDAQ. Finally reaching for us. The move's finally being played out. You teased everybody for so long. And then you're just finally giving it up. Like, okay, sure, okay. Finally making the move there. It's hard to, after how long this trade has been, like, now that we're in the right direction, you just want to take it because we're finally right. And this thing could just wick back into this range at any moment. But we have to not do that. Definitely don't want to even take 400 here either. We're going to keep our break even on for the moment. You got to be willing to lose profits for the bigger profits. Something like that. Something like that. Market on close here in 2 minutes. Feels crazy to hold through market on close at this point, but what do we do? Market on close. Couple minutes here. Come on, NASDAQ. Continue through for me. Like that wick. Go take that wick out. Don't you like that wick? Go take that out. That one. That one. Go get it. Two minutes. Market on close. I don't love having to hold through that because we could just get a pop the other way, but we're going to be patient here. Go get that wick. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah. Strong close here would be very good. Take that wick out. I wouldn't mind, personally. I don't know who would. Market on close here in 1 minute. I might have to exit before market on close, honestly. That makes me feel not so good about market on close. I'm not going to lie to you. That makes me feel not so good about the end market on close there. $10 minutes. 15 seconds till market on close. I think we're going to get a pop towards our stop here, unfortunately. Not our profit, but our stop. In the next 8 seconds. Holding through MOC here feels gambly. Yeah, that's horrible. What a reaction. Did we just lose $200 for that too? Oh my god, that feels horrible. What an absolute ugly wick. Yeah, that's going to happen to us. Alright, well. Big losing day. 800 down on the day. Those were our trades. Yeah. Yeah. Possibly made a fault there by holding through MOC, but MOC cooked us there. And that feels bad. It really does. And we got a terrible fill. Like, ugh, that's pain. That's pain. MOC just cooked us there. Well, big losing day. 800 across the accounts. Each one followed. 26. How they did, yep. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Try to make some of that back. See how we do. It was, oh, man, I'm happy with that trade, too. It just, we're hoping for an MOC the other way, I guess. I don't know. We're going to take one here at this trend line if we can get it. We're going to try one here at this trend line if we can get it before MOC closes. Bummer. Give us a pop into this price here on these 80s. Otherwise, that's probably going to be it for us. I wouldn't want this to set a low and then pouches. I just wanted it to be quick, so. Come on, NASDAQ, keep popping up. There's a couple more points there. Almost there, girl. Almost. Come on. Get us in there. 3 points, 2 points. A little touchy. A little touchy. 1 point. No, NASDAQ. Give me the touchy. It's okay. That's how it's been all day. We're just right there, you know. I could have sold our trade earlier to end the day green, but it was gonna skew our RR, and I didn't love it. I wouldn't mind a little fill here, though. Just a little fill here. I don't need nothing crazy. A little touchy, NASDAQ. Oh my goodness. She just doesn't want me to participate. I get it. You don't like me. I get it. She just flicked us in twice. Come on, NASDAQ. You're going to do me dirty today. It's okay. It is. I understand. Oh my word. Fill me.
Order filled.
Okay. Last little trade here. Got a couple minutes. Think we could get a push back to this EMA off of this irrational move. Just gonna make some back here, NASDAQ. Come on, girl. Ooh, a little wiki wick. Come get me. Come get me below that EMA. Come get me below that EMA. Come get me below that EMA now. After doing me so dirty. So dirty you did me, NASDAQ. Come on, come get me. Uh-huh. Play through that EMA now. You got it. You got it, girl. Just like we talked about. Get through there. Don't wake back into there, NASDAQ. How much time left? 4 minutes. Just want a couple more points out of you, girly. Nothing crazy. You know, nothing crazy. Just 10 more points from here. You're a bitch. You're being a bitch to me, NASDAQ. I thought we were friends. I did. I thought we were friends. 3 minutes left. Show me why I thought that. Like, show me why I thought we were friends. Because sometimes I thought we like to go in the same direction. You know, not against each other. Same direction. A frictionless friendship. That's what we're in here for. Frictionless friendships. We haven't even given the EMA another touch yet, so that's why I'm not selling this thing yet. We haven't even given this thing a try. There she's going. She's going to try it now at least, huh? Go try it, NASDAQ. See, just to give it a try. Like, you might not like it. You might love it. You just give it a test. So a little try here. No, not, just give it a little tasty taste. 2 minutes. We're closing this position. Gonna close it in like a minute, so. Go give that EMA a touch, girl. Asking for 490 here, NASDAQ. Nothing crazy. Just like we used to do back in the day, you know, you and me. Just a couple of buddies. Just a couple of buddies. Hoping to see this price continue now. We're trying off the 60s, off the 70s. This is where price was supported all the time, so don't love the 70s at this point, but still think the EMA is an option just to get a little wick test. And that will hopefully get us out. Minute until we got to close this position manually. Come on, NASDAQ. You really haven't been my friend today. Like, you just haven't been on my side today. Trying to show something, you know? Trying to show something to myself. Don't wick me out. Phil. Phil. Thank you. Alright. $300 loser on the day. Total across all the accounts. If we got break even, whatever. Whatever, it's a day. We tried, and I had a good time. This trend line was support twice now. So those were where we could have caught those trades. That's why I took that second one, was off the trend line. And yeah, it looks like we could have actually held a little longer. But not by much, you know. We're happy with it. Took a little loss today. Really not upset about it. Counter at 3,000. 31.23. This is the one that didn't follow, so he's just down by one trade. 31, 31, and 30. Just about 31. So all in all, happy with it. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. We'll be back live. Shake these accounts, hopefully spin them up. If you're here, I appreciate you drastically. Hit that like button, subscribe. Here every day doing it. And yeah.